We cannot be held responsible for any injuries or damage that result from attempting this repair. In this video, we'll be demonstrating how to replace the battery on the iPhone 5C. Here you can see our toolkit, battery, and phone laid out. The toolkit and battery can be found on our website by following the link in the description. If your phone has poor battery life, does not hold a charge, or will not power on at all, replacing the battery can help solve your problem. However, we cannot guarantee this is the case. We'll begin this repair by powering off our phone. Next, we'll be removing two pentalobe screws on opposite sides of the sync port using our pentalobe screwdriver. Next, apply the suction cup as close to the home button as possible. We'll be lifting the screen out at an angle as shown. There are still 3 cables attached up top that are connected to the screen. As you're freeing the screen from the casing, you should have one hand cupped around the lower portion of the screen so that it catches it as it comes free. Otherwise, the screen could come out violently and you risk damaging the screen cables. Here you can see the location of the battery that needs to be removed. We'll start by removing the metal cover, which is held in by 2 Phillips screws. Underneath this metal cover is the battery plug, which we can then unplug from the logic board. Note that during the entire battery replacement process, we should keep the screen at or below a 90-degree angle to prevent damaging the cables. With those 2 screws removed, we can lift off the metal cover and set it aside. Using the plastic non-conductive pry tool, gently get underneath of the plug and lift it out from its connector. Our next step is to remove the battery from the inside of the casing. It's held down with a very strong adhesive, so we'll use our metal pry tool and pry at the outer edge of the phone. Applying heat to the back side of the casing will help soften the adhesive holding the battery in place and facilitate the removal process. It is possible, although not recommended, to remove the battery without heat. In the video, we'll show you how difficult it is to remove the battery without the use of any heat. This is the only side that you want to be prying on. Do not pry along the inside or side edges, as you can damage the components attached to the logic board or the logic board itself. You should also avoid puncturing the battery. With the use of heat, the battery will come out more rigid and you're less likely to puncture it. At last, we've freed the battery from the adhesive. Position your replacement battery inside the casing. Make sure the cable is properly tucked in the side. We'll now align the battery plug over its connector and gently press down. Once it's located in the right spot, it should snap right into place with only a little force. With the cable plugged in, replace the metal cover and reinsert the 2 Phillips screws that hold this piece in place. We're now ready to set the screen flush. At the top, there are 3 tabs that sit in indents on the inside of the casing. We'll first set this top portion flush and then gradually work our way down to the bottom. Watch closely as this process is demonstrated in the video. Do not try to force all 4 corners of the screen flush at once, as you'll end up cracking the screen. Also, do not apply force in the center of the screen, as you'll also risk damaging either the LCD or cracking the glass. You can see how we're gradually setting the screen flush as we work our way towards the home button. With the screen closed, work your way around the perimeter one last time and ensure that the screen is flush on all sides. Finally, reinsert the 2 pentalobe screws located on opposite sides of the sync port. For a complete list of parts and tools for this model, as well as many others, please visit our website. Thanks for watching.